Hi, I'm Todd Smith with the Broker Department. Today I want to talk about addendums. Section 1F contains some checkboxes that are intended to direct our attention to some very specific addendums. I'm not going to go into all the details today on the various ones. There will be a follow-up video on most of those. But for example, the HOA addendum, the septic addendum, the well addendum, lead-based paint disclosure, which is a federal requirement. And sometimes if you check that box, for example, for lead-based paint, that will direct you to go back to section 4D and check a few other boxes there, depending on what year the house was built. Line 38 is a blank line, and that can be used to occasionally to point us in the direction of a few other things. One of my favorites is when there's consent to limited representation. Both parties are going to have to sign that. They understand they're working with the same brokerage, and if they do, then why not show that on line 38? But there are some things we've been seeing when we review files in SkySlope, like the market conditions advisory, or an agency disclosure, or our affiliated business disclosure. Those should never be in section 1F because basically they're disclosures between the broker and the client, not between the parties, buyer and seller. Now, if in some cases we need to write a special addendum to make a change in the contract. Maybe the parties want to move the closing date up or back. Maybe they want to, increase or reduce the purchase price for some reason. Maybe some credit that came out of the BINSR. If that's the case, we pull out the AAR custom addendum or the blank addendum, if you will. It's important to note at the top who is the party that's originating this addendum. And for some reason, that's important because if for some reason some ambiguous language is included and there's a dispute later on, sometimes there's a saying in our business called contra preferentum that it means it's construed against the drafter. So if you imagine you were sitting in a courtroom or we were at some mediation and someone said, well, who wrote this anyway? The person who wrote it may be the one who is held more accountable. So if you're a MyHomeGroup agent, for more information or videos like this one, go to the Broker Corner section by clicking on the Broker Department tile on your My Agent portal. Or if you have a question or any other scenarios, give us a call on the broker hotline or shoot us a quick email.